Hey y'all, hey y'all. If you hear dogs in the background, I really hope it doesn't pick up. But if you hear dogs in the background, that's just the dogs in the house. So I live with my partner and their family, and we both dogs and cats, and literally the dogs will bark at anything and everything. So if you hear them, don't mind them. But how are y'all today? You're probably wondering why I was beat up in my last video and not made up now. That is because I had a audition. So if you also follow me on my TikTok, you would have seen I posted about my audition as well as me offering for services, so updos and braids, and also just waves, girls, all sorts of looks and things like that. And you can check those and more out on my salon website in the description, as well as you can also find my GoFundMe for both my salon alone. That helps me in terms of getting the needed materials, products, and things to help me get more services, like offer more services, as well as getting the needed materials and things, like getting more bobby pins, getting more towels, getting a standalone dryer for deep conditions, getting like all sorts of things to make my salon, upgrade from what it is now, which is really not much, but enough to get, haircuts and soap presses done in a way, which I've done, and more. And if you want to check those out, you can also follow my TikTok. And I've also posted some shorts that show exactly what I have done in the past and things, so you can check that on this channel as well. And then my other GoFundMe, it's more of helping me as a hairstylist and also as an actress. So helping me getting gigs, helping me have transportation, have travel, helping me, have some, accommodations that I would possibly need in order for me to complete acting jobs. Like, I am trying to travel more, trying to work and do acting jobs a lot more outside the state. And the audition that I went to was actually an audition for a series that films in Ohio, and I'm currently in Indiana. So for that, I would possibly need, assistance in getting an Airbnb or a hotel room, and or getting a rental car so that I can travel there, stay at a hotel, Airbnb, and so I can be able to, make it to my gigs, do those jobs, and come on, those things, as well as many, many more. Um, there's also for my salon, also keeping up with my rent. So keeping up with rent is helping me sustain the salon as much as I can. The salon has been up for 2 years now, and I want to keep it up and keep it going. And I really want it to really blow up. So that's what I'm really trying to use these GoFundMe's for. And I really hope that you are able to help me contribute. Really help contribute. feel like a lot of people really contribute to a lot of other people, a lot of other people that are very much, well, very well off from those. But then you also have people like me that really need it, desperately like need it desperately, need help as much as they can, and get overlooked at, and just mainly just don't get the help that we need. And it's very hurtful to really think about. Like, for me, I am literally, I own a flat small business, a small salon. The only stylist that's in there is me. I have some clientele, but I want to have more, especially so, that alone can help me with acting. You know, I've been trying to, also find also find um jobs at places that can help with my salon as well. I used to work at a salon, another salon that really took so much of my time, where it was very much like it was really affecting me mentally. I was also still doing hair, but at the same time, I could barely even do any acting, or could barely even, be in my own salon and work in my own salon, where to the point where I had to literally make time into doing that. So it really took a lot out of me. But because that was the only thing I had, I still did it. I would even go in where I should have been bedridden from being sick and things like that. I still went in. I still took people with no problems. I worked overtime, even though I shouldn't have. I got paid literally regular pay, probably even lower. Be- I was still, you know, doing what I could, and then they let me go. I really feel like somebody was out to get me. They let me go, and ever since then, I've just been, ever since like trying to find a job, I've gotten scammed. I've gotten yelled at because I don't have a job. I have been trying to find some, and I've just really been losing a lot of time that needed help and support that I used to have. And it's even hard enough that I'm asking for help now, you know, but it's what I need. It's what I have to do, especially if I want to succeed. And I'm really trying my hardest here, you know. Even when I see other people driving off of GoFundMe's, it frustrates me, and then it makes me feel bad, because it's like, it makes me question if I should have GoFundMe's up, if I should have a line in place, even though, like, beforehand, this was when I just got out of beauty school, when I just got my license. I was looking for a salon chair, a blueprint. That was literally what I was looking for, to really help and start up, and nobody would take me. Nobody wanted to take me. So I had to go in business on my own. And, the more and more I think about it, the more it's it's so screwed up in a way. It's so twisted and screwed up in a way. And I really want to be able to change that. Especially for me. I've had so many people screw me over, so many people just take from me and take advantage of me and leave me with nothing. And also just leave me to cry, leave me to go mentally insane, just leave me just down and out. And it really took a toll on me. It still takes a toll on me to this day. And I have yet to have somebody to help, to help heal this, and to help help me work through and help heal and just, help me, period. Support me with what I have and everything. And yeah, so I definitely check those out. I also have a challenge where if you check out and schedule an appointment my salon website, as well as donate and contribute to my GoFundMe to one or both, and you like, comment, subscribe, and you share this video, my other videos to many other people, then I will give you a shout out, and I will also give you 20% off if, and that's only if, you schedule for tomorrow, which would be July 3rd, the day before 4th of July. So definitely check that out. Be able to complete that challenge, and you will get a personal shout out on my next video. So definitely do so, especially if you do it within 24 hours and I see it, or you let me know that you've done it. So yeah, now that that's over, I was trying to, I really just wanted to chat. I really just wanted to chat and just, talk about, I don't know, just talk about things. I really didn't have like a set topic on what to talk about. We could talk about, let's just talk about fake people, since we're on that. With those manipulating people, these problematic people do not deserve anybody's, like, don't deserve anybody's empathy, anybody's contribution to their, like, mess that, doesn't benefit them at all. It only just makes them look worse. And also just talk about, how much, I can also talk about why I hate, and I mean hate, I despise the burning passion, messy, and fake people. So, I actually lost a friendship, two friendships actually, because of these people. I call them two-faced because of just how much of a mask they put on and how much of a face that they will put on while hiding their true face. And it's crazy ironic since I'm an actress and I play many characters. I do many characters, so of course I put on a face. But when you are, you don't know how to act, and you're an actor, it kind of is very problematic because then you're just like, and you're telling, why are you telling me that I'm this way? You know? So I, um, so I was friends with this one person. We were in middle school together, and like best of friends. And honestly, we kind of had somebody that was kind of fake, but fake that we could tolerate, you know? And she moved away. So fast forward, after high school, I started going to campus, my college campus, for welcome week. And I was walking with there we go. I was walking with my roommate at the time, and I see my friend. I see her after years of not seeing her, after years of not knowing where she had been and everything like that. I see her we hug and everything, we catch up, all that stuff. I start hanging out with her and all this thing, like all these things and all that stuff, like just getting to know each other again, like getting to know each other again, finding out we're staying in the same dorm. Um, I'm around her girlfriends that she's started talking to and everything. Just, meeting all kinds of people and things like that, college thing. And, things were going great. And then she hangs out with her friends. And then there's this one person that we both kind of, felt attracted to. And, I started talking to this person just regular because that's kind of what you do. You're meeting them. So you're getting a feel of who that person is and everything like that. And so that's what I was doing. I was chatting it up, things like that. And I'm usually the person that would chat because I knew my friend and she knew them. I was like, let's do this. And as I was doing this, I was be thinking, oh yeah, we're cool and things like that. We hanging out, we're like having fun, things like that. I look at her, she kind of side eyeing me, and I'm like, what's wrong? And my friend goes, nothing. And I'm like, what? Oh, what's going on? Like, why are you feeling like, why are you quiet so suddenly? Like, trying to, we have fun and things like that. But, it's just, I've had nothing of it at first. But then, like, a week goes by, class has already started. I'm, I just got through an audition and am, going to callbacks. Well, as I'm, about to get ready for callbacks, like, I hang out with them, just for a little bit before I go in. And, I'm just outside, just, chilling, hanging out, being around, and it just felt as if she snapped on me. So I was just having fun. And I asked her, you know, what's wrong? Why are you being like this? And she was like, it was like, she wasn't yelling, but it just seemed as if she snapped and just crashing out. Where she really says things along the lines, you don't know how to act. You wouldn't know why I'm so quiet. You don't know how to act. Like, you don't know how to go about things. You just do things. I'm just like, what? At the time, I did not know what that meant. Like, honestly, that saying, you don't know how to act, I didn't know what that meant. So I thought it was like acting, behaving, and things like that, which I'm kind of right on, behaving and things like that. And I literally go, yes, I do. I know how to, I definitely know how to act. I was raised right. What do you mean? What do you mean? And I think I said, I think I mentioned, like, me being so authentic and me being real, being like, why do you think that I don't know how to act when I'm being as real as I can, when I'm being real, being my authentic self? Like, what's the problem with that? You know? Looking back at it, I also should have said, if I wanted to act, I would. And honestly, I am. I'm actually doing it. I'm about to do it. I'm about to go in to make callback and actually act. Yeah, I'm here for acting. I'm not here to be fake like you. I'm not here to be all quiet and prissy like you're trying to be. Well, nobody's gonna recognize you like that. Trust me, I know this. should have crashed out along with her and said something like that. If I'm being honest, like it was so, it was such, it, you could tell it was so dumb of me to lose a friend like that and to basically break a friendship like that. But it had to be done, and over in person, people felt attracted to. That's like the craziest thing ever. But that's how I lost one friend. Now the other friend, honestly, I feel like she got issues. To this day, I feel like she got issues. And she's young. So of course she got issues. All that stuff. But it's not just because she's very fake and very two-faced. But it's also more because like we share very similar qualities and stuff. And when I needed her to, respect me and, to, be there for me, just, not as somebody I'm close with, but somebody, mutual, like a mutual agreement, mutual person to uh, be like, I got you, I'm here, and, also just be like, if you need to talk, I can be there for you, and things like that. So this was around the time my mom had just passed, and since she had passed, I was also in school, and I came back to get on bereavement leave because I needed some time because this was also before funeral, and I was working on her funeral too. Like I was trying to work things out, trying to make sure, we had the music like slideshow, we had thought we had the obituary going and things like that. So I was, working toward that as well as many other things, like also just grieving. You're honestly when you're working on a funeral, you also need time to grieve. That's like a thing in itself, and it's like what? It's crazy. It's crazy. I'll tell you that. It's a lot, and it's crazy. But I was doing that, and honestly, while I was there, doing, like trying to be on leave and stuff like that, everybody else, literally everybody in the building was giving me their condolences. Everybody came in giving me my condolences. I was talking with my instructors, I was talking with my friends, talking with, everybody that, has seen me, everybody that knows me, and things like that, knows me as somebody that I walk in, I do my hours, I take clients, I get, I try to get my work done that I need to get done to graduate, and I go home, I talk to people, make conversation, and chat with them, all that stuff. And now that I'm on bereavement leave because my mom had passed away, that I lost my mom. And this was so sudden because when I found out that when I found out my mom was like in the hospital, the start she was in the hospital. I didn't know she was in the hospital. All I knew was my you, um, uncle had came to come get me because there was a family emergency. And so we basically headed that way. And honestly, at first I thought it was something with my grandfather because he had been at the hospital with his health issues and things like that. So I wasn't thinking at all. And I obviously was about to text my mom to ask what was going on. And then coming to find out, it's my mom. My family emergency is my mom. That is another story for the day. I probably will say it, but no promises on not crying because even till this day, it still gets to me. And the anniversary of both her birthday and her passing is really coming up. So, like, you know, but just know the entire month of August is not a great month for me. It's really not. But, you know, this, like, also, this fake girl that, I kind of, this two-faced girl, she had also, didn't have her mom. She lost her mom like years ago, as well as like her aunt, and she has another woman taking over and raising her that way, but she still would have that, like she still shared that kind of like I still felt like we shared that, um, shared that struggle of we lost our moms. And I had just recently lost mine. So it's like wondering, okay, how I feel, things like that. And I was kind of expecting her to kind of comfort and be like, I got you. You need to talk, you can talk, and things like that. Like, I was waiting for that. Waiting for, I'm sorry, things like that. Like, everybody else was doing. Everybody was doing it. Everybody was doing it with me. Luckily, I did also have somebody that was also, there at the school. She did lose her mom. Actually, she lost her mom almost the same way. So it's so similar. Same age and everything. So it's like I can relate to her a lot more because we both lost our moms at ages where we did not expect it. And then it just like does and things like that. So it's like, okay, we can do that. So we talked it out and things, and it kind of made me feel better. I took my bereavement leave. But it's still like she really shouldn't, that two-faced girl really shouldn't have. She really should have been there for me. You know, on top of that, this girl ends up pregnant. Ends up pregnant. Ends up saying all this mess and all that stuff. And, we get into it next thing. And she just holds a fucking huge grudge on me. And then me hearing about her being so manipulative and shit. And being all per se, being like, oh yeah, this girl ain't so good. This girl ain't so good for you. You shouldn't be around this person. This person's such a bad influence. You should be around me. That type of stuff. And I'm just like, what the fuck? What is going on? I'm really trying not to curse too much. But yeah, it's like, what is going on? And stuff. But yeah, it's so much. And mind you, at the start, you know, that's the same girl I was in orientation with when we first started beauty school. And also, the person I really befriended because I felt like we could be friends and things. But no, no, I literally talked to everybody else but her still. And I haven't talked to like anybody in a while. Even then, I don't talk to her at all. Don't even try to associate with her. Everybody else I did. So, just, I really can't stand two-faced people. I really can't, because it's just, half the time they don't know what they're talking about. Another is you put on a mask to tell a fake story, to be as fictional as possible, because you don't want to show your true self. Like, make it make sense, because I really feel like there's no sense into doing that, but I guess you do. But yeah, I don't know. It's just something like that. also need you to like, comment, subscribe, share, spread this to everybody that you know, as well as check out my check out my salon website as well as my GoFundMe. And if you did that, contributed, everything like that, completed my challenge, you can let me know and you can expect a shout out. I'll see y'all later.